Good morning, students, and welcome to week 4 of online learning. I will be going through a mini lesson with you today, and then you'll be working on your own. So again, week number 4, we're going to have a symbolism lesson. So first, I just want to ask, what is symbolism? And for most of you in 10th grade, I think you have an idea of what symbolism is. And today we're going to be focusing on how does Trevor Noah develop symbols in his memoir, Born a Crime. So just a little definition, generally it is an object representing another to give an entirely different meaning that is much deeper and more significant. Sometimes, however, an action, an event, or even a word spoken by someone may have a symbolic value. Symbols do shift their meaning depending on the context that are used. So chains symbolize union, imprisonment, so on. The yin and the yang, that's a symbol. Maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend gives you a necklace or a piece of jewelry, and that becomes a symbol for you. It literally represents something, but there is a bigger meaning to that. When we see a heart, we think love. So now, just to make sure we all understand, here's a video I want to play for us. What is symbolism?
This is an apple, but sometimes an apple isn't just an apple. An apple represents temptation in the story of Adam and Eve. In the story of Snow White, it represents dark intentions. To Isaac Newton, it represented his discovery.
So I just talked through the video, but again, it's showing you like this one apple can symbolize a couple of different things.
Of the theory of gravity. These are all examples of symbolism. Symbolism is when something in a story represents something else. Authors use symbolism to communicate deeper ideas without having to state them. In the story of William Tell, what might the apple symbolize?
So I'll link down this full video down below if you guys want to see that or any more of the other videos related to that. But I thought it was helpful before going into the activity that we're going to be focusing on today. You're going to have a worksheet, and I broke it down by steps. Normally you just have this empty sheet and you'd write into it, but obviously because we can't do that, you're going to have this sheet. So you're going to choose a symbol, religion, the mulberry tree, so on. Normally we'd assign it, but now we're giving you full autonomy to choose, especially because you are working home alone. It's a little bit harder. So that's step 1, pick a motif. That motif, pick a symbol. Then you're gonna pick different things to kind of start off with, smaller ideas to start off with. So first, when you think of religion, the idea of white privilege, empowering, not controlled by the government, imposed or choice, structure, not chaos, all-consuming. All these ideas, sorry, it's been a long morning. All of these ideas can branch off from the symbol of religion. Imposed or choice. So we think, okay, is Trevor really choosing to be a Christian? Is it something that he is forced upon him by his mom because his mom is really religion? It is all-consuming because he mentions how he goes there every day of the week. So not only is it religion, but it is also something all-consuming. An element of white privilege because Trevor talks about the white church and the black church and the different elements and different things in that. So those are some ideas that immediately come when we first think of that symbol of religion. And from there, you're going to dig a little deeper. And you're going to see specifically how does this connect to the book. So we added in a quote. Patricia's goal was, my job is to feed your body, feed your spirit, feed your mind. So that relates to that symbol of religion. So substitution, the absence of men was filled by intense religious faith and practice. So we see that because they don't have these men, they go to religion. Privilege, everyone knew English prayers got answered first. So that goes to the idea of white privilege. Remember that chapter of the book where they wanted Trevor to pray because he spoke in English and God spoke English, even though that is totally not true. If anything, maybe Hebrew or Aramaic, something like that. Replacement for lost parts of culture lost, and then explanation of things like demons, lightning, witch cats. So this is all tied to religion. And this is your mind map. This is your way of figuring out these big ideas. And then you're going to go to the critical thinking part. And I love this, Miss Abraham, the aha. What conclusion what is my conclusion based on my thinking? So we come to the point where we think religion symbolizes a getaway or escape from a life lacking empowerment and complete families. The many evenings of prayer meetings and mingling of tribal beliefs in Christianity is a balm for daily injustices. And that's essentially what you're going to be creating. You have this worksheet. It's labeled English 10 BAC week 4 day 1, and I broke this down for you. You're going to have I'm going to link this same lesson over here. You are going to choose one. Okay, I got a text message. First, you have the step of choosing one symbol. So an example here is religion. Then you go next and you go to the next step. Okay, so for this next step, you have the organizer. You're going to think of 4 general associations. That's what we did over here. Then you use those general associations to dig deeper. How do these big ideas connect to the book? And then you generate a concluding statement, at least 2 sentences, and this is the one from the book. We have a sentence stem available for you as well. As always, feel free to reach out via email. Come for extra help sessions if you need some help, and I hope you have a great